Most people watch training videos, but nothing changes. But if you followed even one of these exercises today, you're going to prove something to yourself. That you can speak calmly, clearly, and speak when it actually matters. Welcome back to the Quiet Power Practice 5 minutes a day. This is the final week in this series. And today is not about learning something new. It's about using everything that you've already learned. Over the past weeks, you worked on your nervous system, your structure, your voice, your emotions, your confidence, and finally, your presence. But here's the truth. None of that matters if it doesn't come together in real life. Most people don't struggle with ideas. They struggle with what happens in the moment. Their mind goes blank, their voice tightens, and suddenly they freeze. But today is different. This is not a lesson. This is your final test. It's your final test because you see, in real life, there is no preparation time. You don't have time to tell yourself, okay, I need to take a deep breath. I need to prepare my thoughts. And now I need to start speaking. It has to go very quickly. Someone asks you something, you feel the pressure, and either you freeze or you go ahead and speak. This final challenge is about one thing. Can you show up anyway? So today we're going to review 3 pillars of what we've learned during those 10 weeks. And if you're new to my channel, I will leave a link of the series down in the description below. You can click on one link or all of the links and start practicing at your own pace and see if they're a fit. So those 3 pillars are: pillar number 1, calm your body, that we studied in weeks 1, 4, and 6. Pillar number 2, organize your thoughts, that we saw in weeks 2 and 8. And pillar number 3, express control, that we studied in weeks 3, 5, 7, and 9. And today, you'll use all of them at the same time. Let's start with the beginner track. So if you're still someone who feels unsure, let's go slowly. I call this beginner track the 3-step real life situation. Step number 1 is to ground yourself. Take a minute to either stand or sit. I do suggest that you start practicing standing up, even if there's nobody in front of you, and say slowly to yourself. Now, you don't need to speak very loud, but use your voice and say, I don't need to be perfect. I just need to speak. And you repeat this until you feel that you can do this. Take at least 1 minute. Then you'll see the minute will go fast enough. Step number 2. Here's a simple question that you want to answer. Now this time, you're going to speak a little longer. You're going to speak for 2 minutes. You can talk about what you did today, what you usually do on Sundays, what kind of movies do you like, and describe a routine, whether it's your morning, your night routine, your weekend routine. Now, if you speak about something that you like, you can enjoy the process by comparing something that you like with something that you really don't like, you hate, for example. Why is this good? Because it makes you become more emotional. If you can give examples, your audience, even if it's only one person or 3 people that you are talking to, this is more engaging. This, when you're talking with your feelings, with your emotions, you don't have time to feel the pressure, to feel nervous. Your emotions engage you in a way that you forget that you're speaking in front of an audience. Here's the structure you might want to use. You have an idea, say 1 sentence, pause, and then say another sentence, and keep repeating this for 2 minutes. And the more you do this, for example, if you can do this on a daily basis, the better you'll become at it, and you'll even start getting used to it. One good thing about speaking is that you get used to the discomfort of speaking in front of people. Remember, this is not a performance. Or better yet, you're performing for yourself because you want to improve yourself. Step number 3 is to add a little bit of pressure. For this, you might want to record yourself either with your smartphone or look at yourself in the mirror. But I do suggest recording yourself with your smartphone. It's one way to improve yourself because you see how you're speaking, how you're reacting. So it's very helpful. Add a little challenge this time. Speak a little slower. We all know that when we're speaking in front of people, we get nervous and we tend to speak so much faster than we normally should. Why? Because we just want to be over with. We just want to be done, get out of there, right? So force yourself to slow down. Make sure that you can speak in a more relaxed tone of voice. Or you can keep eye contact with the camera or with yourself in the mirror. When we look at ourselves in the mirror, it can be a little bit scary. Nobody likes to look at ourselves but when you're really looking at yourself in the eyes, now that's a different story. So force yourself to look at yourself. When you record yourself, make sure that you avoid saying ums and uhs. And that's why filming yourself, it's such a great idea. If you can't use a camera, use a recording device so you can listen to yourself, see how many uhs and ums. You don't have to avoid or erase all the meaningless words, but try to eliminate them to at least to a minimum of 75% to 80%. Why? Because if, for example, you use a few ums and uhs, people will look at you and say, oh, okay, she's thinking about what she's trying to say. She wants to say something that's coherent, something that's logical. However, if you keep saying and now that becomes very distracting and people will tune out. So try and get rid of them as much as possible. Here are a few examples on how you can talk. I woke up at 7 o'clock this morning. I made myself a cup of coffee. I started reading my emails. I got ready to go to work or to go to school. And by 8 o'clock, I left the house. And you go on and try and speak for 2 minutes. Now, since it's your schedule, there's nothing you need to memorize. Even if you don't know exactly how to say it, just keep on talking. It's not a performance. The second example, on Sundays, I usually like to take it easy. I like to sleep in, and if I can, I go for a brunch with my friends, or I will just cook a very delicious brunch for myself alone while I'm reading the newspapers or whatever you want. So sometimes I like to watch movies and just laze around. It makes me feel good. Here, simplicity is the key. There's no need to try to impress anybody because first of all, you have no audience. But the key here is that you want to get used to speaking out loud. Get out of your mind, get out of your head. And this, at first, may be a little bit difficult, but if you do it on a regular basis, you'll see that you'll be able to do it much better from one day to another. Now on to the adventurous track. I call this track the pressure test. This is where everything comes together. Step number 1, random question. Now this time you need to choose a question that is slightly uncomfortable. You may need to dig a little bit deeper inside of yourself. For example, what is one weakness that you have? Talk about the worst mistake you've ever made. What do you really think about your job? When was the last time you felt intimidated? And what is something that you avoid doing? Now, these are all very deep questions. And if you start talking, you may realize that 2 minutes is not going to be enough. Step number 2. After you've chosen your topic, speak immediately. There is no thinking time. Follow this structure: point, reason, and example. The more anecdotes or examples that you give, the better you connect with the people you talk to, whether it's one friend or family members or an audience of 200 people. People like to connect because speaking from experience using anecdotes, it's a lot more real. You can have a very beautiful speech, and if you're not talking from your own experience, it still remains a little bit flat. People might say, oh, she speaks with beautiful language, her grammar is almost perfect. However, if there is no feelings, no emotional connection with your audience, you may lose them. So try and go down to your emotions and give examples, anecdotes, and enjoy the process. Now, it may be a little bit messy at first, but just keep on talking. If you practice every day, like I said earlier, you will get to it. Who knows, maybe you'll be able to come up with ideas if you're having problems, difficulty with a coworker, with a family member, a friend. If you speak about a problem that you've had during the week and you speak out loud about this problem, you may be able to get rid of the pressure, the sadness, the anger that you've been feeling because you let it out. So it can, in a way, be very cathartic. Step 3 is stay when it gets uncomfortable. Now, here's the real challenge. When you want to stop, continue for 2 minutes. Here's an example. One weakness I have is that I overthink things. Sometimes I wait too long to act, and it slows me down. And you go on. This is powerful because it's not perfect, it's real, and it shows thinking while speaking. Here's another example. A mistake I made was not speaking up at a meeting. I stayed quiet because I felt uncomfortable. I wasn't sure of myself. I didn't think that what I was saying was important enough. But then I realized that what I had to say was really good. And I feel a little bit disappointed that I did not do that. And again, keep on talking about that for 2 minutes. But you can also say, I sometimes avoid difficult conversations. Don't we all? But I know that avoiding them makes things worse. Again, expand on that. There's so much to say about that. Confidence is not when speaking feels easy. Actually, it's the opposite. It's when it feels really uncomfortable, but you keep doing it. You keep speaking. Get used to being uncomfortable. This is so important. And this is what many of us, including me, we often do. We avoid difficult situations. We avoid speaking when it's necessary. But I can promise you, the more you practice doing it, the better you become. And it is so much worth it. Let's do this. You see, after 10 weeks of this practice, you're no longer the same speaker you were 10 weeks ago. You are so much stronger now. You probably don't feel it, but you are. I can assure you. I promise you. Here's what I want to leave you with after this series. You don't need to be perfect as a speaker. You don't need a perfect structure. And you don't even need to be confident at first. You build confidence by doing. Don't put it up for another day. You need to start today and keep practicing every single day. I know it's hard because I've been there many, many times. If only 1 minute is all you can give at first, 1 minute will be fine. And the more you can do it and the longer you can do it, the better you will become. If you've made it this far in this series, I want you to comment below. Tell me what week felt the most challenging to you, which exercise was the most beneficial to you. I'd love to hear. I read every comment and I respond to all of them. And if you're ready to keep improving, subscribe, because this is not the end. Actually, the next series that we're going to start is about transitioning from doing things at home, practicing at home, to actually moving into the world, but one step at a time. Don't worry, I'm not going to push you in the void. You're going to do this slowly but surely. And I'll see you in the next series. Goodbye.